This morning, we're bringing awareness to lupus, the autoimmune disease that affects millions of people around the world. This weekend, CBS New York and the Lupus Research Alliance are teaming up for the New York City Walk with Us to Cure Lupus. It's part of our Better Together campaign. It's an important cause to be a part of. And here to help us learn more about this disease and its impact is Samantha Lacayo, a lupus patient, and Dr. Asena Altuna with Hackensack University Medical Center. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Samantha, now you are waging a brave fight at just 26 years old. Can you tell us about your symptoms and treatment?
Yes, currently I am on the Benlysta chemotherapy treatment. As far as my symptoms, I have all of the classic symptoms that rule out lupus, whether it is the butterfly rash that you may have, or it is, the hypersensitivity, the Sjogren's that causes jaundice, the horrible migraines, and the list goes on, the joint pain, the inflammation, the inability to eat at times. And right now, currently, the lupus is being controlled and managed with Benlysta, and thanks to my doctor, Asena. And right now, we are also just working on other ways that we can support other lupus patients going forward.
Samantha, I'm glad you're doing well. Doctor, Samantha went over a lot of the symptoms. Are there other symptoms of this disease that people need to know about? And also, a lot of people might have one symptom. Is it, after you have a few that you really check into it? When do you know you really need to go to a doctor?
So lupus is very different for every patient, and they start manifesting symptoms little by little. Oftentimes it doesn't become apparent until they've amassed several symptoms. And I think that especially for women of color, and especially for Hispanic and Asian patients, if you start to have rashes, joint pain, painless sores in the mouth, any chest pain, that's a reason to go to your doctor and get tested for lupus, because those are the manifestations. And any woman between the ages of 15 and 45, if they have those symptoms, I think it's very reasonable to get tested.
And doctor, what are some of the genetic and biological risk factors?
So, like I talked about, women are 90% of lupus patients are women. And so anyone between the ages of 15 to 45 is much more likely. Again, like I said, the women of color as well as Hispanic and Asian patients are more likely. In terms of lupus, can run in families, but I would say it's sort of family members, not necessarily siblings, but we're not quite sure what causes it in certain patients, but there's research going on. So like a Lupus Research Awareness Alliance is doing.
And doctor, have there been any advances in treatment in recent years?
Yes, it is amazing what has been happening, even over the last 5 or 10 years. It is such a wonderful landscape, and they're always doing more research. The medication that Samantha's on is relatively new, and there's been new medications that have been happening recently that have been approved for lupus. So it's a great new landscape. I'm very optimistic.
All right. Samantha, what would you like people at home watching to know about this disease?
I would like everybody to know that stress management is the most important thing. I was diagnosed at the tender age of 9 years old, but I was having these symptoms much prior to that. That's what led to my diagnosis at such a young age. And unfortunately, I was under a lot of stress at that young. And it does induce a lot of the symptoms and the illness itself, along with a lot of other surrounding illnesses that accompany it. So I would say that right now, that is the most important thing in my life, is managing my stress, whether I am taking it out in a physical or a mental way. But getting your cortisol levels in check would be the most pertinent thing that you could possibly do. And I just want to stress that enough, because I do know that there are other lupus patients that are, that are young as me and possibly younger. So
Seems like
you are in your control our limitations, but maybe you can join other things like bullying. I'm sorry. And so that's just the message that I would like to provide to anyone, because unfortunately it is it's an illness that will trigger itself and act its worst off of stress. Anything that really puts your cortisol level high will really exacerbate all of these symptoms, unfortunately. And so that is just my message and to everybody, because unfortunately, lupus is something that can come with pregnancy. It can also leave a pregnancy. There is induced lupus, and then there is just chronic lupus. So I think it's just the most important factor.
All right, Samantha and Doctor, thank you both so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
And once again, the 20th annual New York City Walk with Us to Cure Lupus is this Saturday, October 21st at the Intrepid Museum. Registration opens at 8 a.m. and the walk begins at 9. We have more information on our website, cbsnewyork.com.